So chapter 20, part B. Question number 3rd. Sally, an appraiser, has been asked to provide an estimate of the market value of a farmhouse and the surrounding property. Which one of the following would not affect her estimate of market value? First of all, you need to know what do you mean by market value and value to the owner. So the market value means at any given moment of time, the market value of an interest in land is the price which a property might reasonably be expected to realize when sold by a willing seller to a willing buyer after adequate time or exposure to the market. So market value basically means that how much your property is worth. So for when you list a property, what do you need? You need to have a willing buyer and a willing seller and enough exposure. So basically, we list a property for 2 or 3 months, and the seller is willing to sell. Then you have to find a willing buyer, and he is willing to pay the price what the seller wants. When we match the need, so that's the market value. In other words, value to the owner. So value to the owner is a subjective value unique to each owner or potential owner, which reflects their own personal estimate of worth irrespective of market forces. Hence, the ceiling price and the floor price can be quite different. So, value to the owner basically mean everybody love their own homes. So you live in a rancher. So the market value of the rancher may be $400,000 because you live in is so unique to you. You may be asking $500,000. So which is a subjective value, which is not the actual value. So that's why you need to know the difference between market value and value to the owner before you do this question. So now we go back to the question again. We have to find which of the following would not affect her estimate of market value. Question number 3rd. Number 1. One of the pastures on the property has been leased for 2 years to the owner of a racehorse. So basically, we are doing here about we are doing the market value of a farmhouse. So farmhouse will be surrounded by the farmland properties. So that's true. Number 2, the owner of the farmhouse is anxious to move and would like to sell as soon as possible. If you are willing, if you want to move, if you get a new job, you're moving somewhere, it doesn't mean so your property value is going to go up. It's rather you're going to sell for less. So that is not the reason. So that your house is going to sell for more. So that's the answer number 2. 3rd, the farmhouse and its surrounding property is located between the main road and the next door of a road that runs through the farmhouse property. So it also makes a difference. Number 4, Homeland Finance Company recently loaned some money at a below market interest rate to the owner of farmhouse and secured the debt with a mortgage on the farmhouse. This mortgage is assumable. So it's gonna also affect the market value. If you have a better interest rate, your property may sell for more, and the location also makes a difference. And and uh, and also in the farmland surrounding property, if you have a garden there, if you have fruit trees there, it's gonna make a difference. So the answer is number 2. And then we go to the question number 4. Which of the following statements are false? Number 1, A. When performing an appraisal, any person licensed under the Real Estate Act must disclose to the client the nature of any interest the appraiser may have in subject property. So that's true. So basically, if you have any interest in the property, you have to disclose, because otherwise, being an appraiser, you may appraise the property for more price than the actual value. B. An appraiser is only responsible to the person who pays the appraiser's fee. That's false. Appraiser is not only responsible to the person who pays the fees, appraiser is also responsible to bank too, which lends the money. So then we go to C. An appraiser mistake of 3,000 on a 276,000 is beyond the margin of allowable error. So basically is out of limit. That's wrong. You can commit 5 to 10% permissive error. So $3,000 on a 270,000 76 is a permissible error. So basically he can commit an error up to $27,600. So that's why this is false. Uh, D. The burden of proof is on appraiser to explain an apparent overvaluation of a property. So this means if the appraiser appraised the property more than the market value, so basically he is liable to explain why he did it. So the answer is number 1, which is B and C, which are false. And question number 5. When a bidder's ceiling price for a lot is 30,500 and the owner's floor price is 32,500, so find the right answer. So basically mean if the seller is asking for 30,500, so it means seller minimum the seller wants, no sorry, buyer minimum, bidder means buyer, minimum the buyer wants to pay is 30,500, and the seller's floor price means, so the seller's floor price is 32,500, so the sale can't take place because the buyer minimum wants to pay 30,500 and the seller buyer maximum wants to pay 30,500 and the seller minimum wants 32,500. So this way the sale can't take place. So it will be number 4. Neither party is number 2. Is sale cannot take place. Answer number is 2. And then we go to so this is for this section, and then we're gonna go into the next section.
Yeah, that's good.